to advance their political narratives ahead of the 2022 general election. The much-hyped bottom-up economic model is what devolution was meant to achieve. This is according to economists who say the country has only been lacking the structures to implement the model. Josh Onsare explains.
Political conversation in the country has now been turned into an economic conversation across the political divide. On whether they mean their word or their narrative is a matter of time. Deputy President William Ruto's UDA party has been pushing a bottom-up approach, which they say is meant to empower the common man. However, section of economists believe this is what devolution has been doing by empowering Kenyans through funds to the counties.
The bottom-up is where you also take the resources to the people at the base of the pyramid. These are the people we call wajikos. And actually, you look for policies, or you develop policies, or you come up with concepts that can be able to trickle down or to take down the resources to the people who are usually, in most cases, we call them the marginalized people. According to Dr. Kabata, trickle down is where taxes are reduced and companies get incentives to employ more people. To reduce the taxes or corporate taxes, corporation taxes, you can also give them incentives. And with that, you expect that what is going to happen is that these companies are going to grow bigger, and as they grow bigger, they are going to employ more people. Speaking to Dr. David Kabata, an economist said bottom-up is the one that empowers the marginalized, devolution being an example of bottom-up approach. Now, what I'll tell you is that actually bottom-up approach is already there in this country. And one of the best bottom-up approach in this country is the devolution, the county government. Because if you look at what the county government system is supposed to do, is to take the resources to the people down there so that we can be able to improve the production process in the counties. And when we improve the production processes and utilization of the resources in the counties, then we can be able to spur employment within the counties and also the production there. Economists, however, warn that there is lack of structures to implement the models, which they say there is nothing new from the politicians. The two models are there, the trickle-down and also bottom-up. Now, the problem with these models is that the structures are made to fail, such that if you look at the bottom-up, a good example of the county government system, which is supposed to take the resources to the people below the pyramid in the counties, you'll find that, like, in the last 8 years, we have allocated about 2.4 trillion. But because of challenges, structural challenges, we can see very little from this money, and that is why I'm saying that we need to improve the structures in these things. Look at the youth fund. That is a bottom-up approach where you give loans and also take money to the youth. But does that money get to the youth? No. Josh Onsare, TV 47, Nairobi.
Well,